Hey, welcome to Mortgage Madness Show with Mike Hobbs. Thanks for tuning in. First show, inaugural show, starting out today. If you're tuning in, we're going to be talking about a lot of things every week on Wednesday around the 3 o'clock hour. We'll be talking about a lot of things related to real estate, mortgage, legal, things like that. I've been in the industry for 38 years. I'm a home loan officer at Loan Depot. Owned my own mortgage company in the past, an escrow company, a couple of real estate firms. I started a law firm and ran that as a general manager to help people, did radio for, almost 20 years with two different shows. And I was a co-host on other shows as well with other people that asked me to come on. Mortgage Madness was one of them. It's the predecessor to this. Another one I did was Rebel Realtors Radio, Rebel Realtors Radio. And that was a great show where we were talking about doing things differently. I don't know if you have, there it is. And that show went on for a number of years, and that helped people understand how to sell real estate differently. And we'll be talking about that too on Mortgage Madness. We'll be talking about if you're a seller and you're thinking about selling. One of the things I'll be doing throughout these shows is providing some referrals to great agents that think about and actually use a modality of selling real estate differently that benefit you, providing benefits that no other agents can. And I think it's important with the changes that have gone on. So again, I'm Mike Hobbs. Welcome to Mortgage Madness with Mike Hobbs. And as I said, I've been doing this 38 years. Did some viral videos in the past, helping people as well, again, from a consumer advocacy role, because that's what I did with the radio shows over the years. They're all based on consumer advocacy, helping consumers, whether it be buyers or sellers related to real estate, legal, or mortgage, figure out how to navigate and get what they wanted. I did a Telly Award-winning movie, also as a 16-minute short film on dispelling myths, and that was a lot of fun. And we'll put that up one of these days here with my producer Keegan. We'll get that maybe on there, and maybe we'll play that we'll make that the whole show. So we're going to be on for about another 10 minutes here and talk about things. Today I want to talk about don't drop price. If you're an agent, you're a listing agent, you're listing this, and you're a buyer's agent, you're getting ready to write an offer, don't drop price. Dropping price in today's market, I know that we're in our area in Idaho here, and a lot of places throughout the country. I lend in 3 states, Washington, Idaho, and California. We're seeing price reductions, and people are dropping price. Sellers are dropping price. Agents are allowing them to do that or suggesting they do that. I'm of the opinion, don't do it. Don't drop price. We created a real estate firm once that our modality and our mantra was don't ever drop price. Take that and convert that into money that can come back to the buyer to help them offset costs and down payment and buy down the interest rate. You can do 3 things. So that's what we're going to talk about today, the Buyer Benefits Bundle. And I think that's going to pop up on the screen here. But Buyer Benefits Bundle is that great. And we've got an S in there. We're going to change that next time. So it's Buyer Benefits Bundle. And that program does 3 things. Not all lenders will do it. Loan Depot will, because we're the second largest mortgage banker in the country. And what we do is we're able to work with Fannie Mae and push through the loan curtailment part of that, which means that traditionally it's been thought of that a seller could contribute 3% or 5% on conventional loans, depending on the 3% or 6%, depending on the loan to value, 3, 5, 10 or more. And those different loan to values dictate how much a seller could contribute, 3% and 6%. Well, that's not really true. You can contribute 6% on a 97% loan to value loan with 3% down. You can do that. And the additional amount of money up and above paying those normal closing costs with that 3%, just roll over into loan curtailment with me. So as a loan officer, that's what we're able to do. And we're going to talk about why that money coming from the seller and going into the loan process is more beneficial to a buyer than would be just dropping price. The problem is everybody contextualize a good deal by price. They don't contextualize it by the complexities in the loan structure. And so I'm here to tell you that it's really not that difficult. I have a great spreadsheet, an Excel spreadsheet that explains it. So when my clients come in and we talk about it, or I meet with agents, I met with a couple agents Monday about this as well, explaining it, that we can explain how that math works very clearly so that they can convey that to a buyer's agent, convey that to the selling agent in a way that it makes sense, and also to their clients. And then again, we'll meet with you if you're a buyer and explain how we use that money. So don't drop price. And if you're getting ready to write, and by the way, I've got one coming up today later that I'll be talking about this very thing. They wrote the offer, and turns out the buyer would actually like to get some help. So we're going to take the price back up potentially, and then get that money in for wiping out all closing costs, buying down the interest rate much lower, and also doing loan curtailment, meaning lowering the loan amount. Well, when we do those three things, you save a lot of money. The example I did was on a $500,000 sales price with 3% down. We're saving close to $10,000 out of pocket. We're dropping the payment down by $157 a month. So you're out of pocket less, $10,000 less. Your payment is $157 less a month, but you paid $20,000 more for the house in this scenario. How does that work? So it's really pretty cool on that math and how we work that. So again, don't drop price. This is something that's been really thought of as being reserved for builders primarily, providing concessions in and things like that. But we're one of the few. I'm going to say few, but we're the first and only in the country that does this. It's a little hyperbole there, but that's what we do, is making sure that we're helping the consumer, helping you, the buyer, and in turn helping the seller create a more profitable sale. So if your home, if buying that home is affordable, you'll buy it. The sales price is kind of that iconic thing, again, as I mentioned a minute ago, that we kind of use to judge whether it's a good deal or not. But let's not do that. Let's actually look at the math. It requires peeling back that onion a little bit more, but it's really much, much more beneficial. Again, it's helping the consumer, doing things that are outside the box, providing benefits all loan officers should provide, but don't. Now, I'm going to put these on occasionally. They are going to be blinding because I do have lights in the studio here in my office, and sometimes the reflected glare, according to my producer, is just overwhelming. So I've got to do it so I can read my notes. Here we go. Let's see a couple of things. We did this about a month ago where we did the same thing, where we had a client who had a loan that was, or I should say, a loan was going and been going for 30 days. When the other lender determined they couldn't do it, I was able to find a little obscure guideline. I've got a couple degrees in marketing, so what I do is, as a professional marketer as well, I dig into guidelines. I look for things. We also have a tremendous opportunity here at Loan Depot where every morning at 9:30 we had an opportunity to jump on the line with a Zoom call with underwriters and ask questions specifically to loan programs, things like that, so we can get instant answers right then and there, and then we can implement those and be able to jump on and get that information. So again, when we take money from a seller, if the seller is going to choose to drop price, don't drop your price, keep your price up, convert that 20 grand or 10 grand or 30 grand, whatever you're going to do, into money coming back to the buyer to offset their closing costs, wipe them out, buy down the interest rate permanently, and do loan curtailment, meaning lower their loan amount below what it would have been with their regular down payment if we have enough left over to do that. So it's a pretty cool process. So I gave you the numbers a minute ago on what it looked like at 500,000. The one that I did a month ago, a little over a month ago, came to me with in 30 days another lender found an obscure guideline and was able to get them qualified with the problems the other lender couldn't overcome. It had to do with some delinquent student loans. So we were able to convert those into a kind of a forecasted or a manufactured payment, one that was implied, not real, but implied. Use that in their debt to income ratio for qualifying. Doing that put them outside the qualifying box, and that's why the other lender was having trouble. What I did was I said, let's convert that into the payment, and they didn't even know to do that. They were asking the client to do other things that were overreaching, too far out. They couldn't have done it. And so we converted that into a debt that they didn't have to pay, but it's just on the books. And then what we were able to do is have her pay off her car. But that left her short. She didn't have enough money to close the transaction by doing that. And so what we were able to do is take the sales price, contract the sales price up $10,000 from where it was, we're in escrow, and then give $10,000 back. So from the perspective of the seller, giving this money doesn't affect them at all. Their bottom line is still the same. We've just taken the perception of giving a $10,000 or $20,000 or $30,000 drop in price, as I mentioned a minute ago, converting that into dollars that actually do have more horsepower, do more work for a buyer to get them qualified and make buying affordable again in this marketplace. So, pardon me for the glare. So the BBB, I call it, which is the buyer benefits bundle, is doing all three things. You don't always have to do those three things. Again, if you don't get enough money, we can certainly, though, wipe out all the closing costs and we can lower the interest rate. So again, the theme for today, and we're going to jump off here in a couple of minutes, but the theme for today, and we'll do longer, when you look at me, when you look for me on the YouTube channel, Mortgage Madness with Mike Hobbs, that's our YouTube channel. Also on Facebook, subscribe there too, like that, and you'll get those posted as well. And then we'll be posting this on other platforms as well, so you can get to those. But take a look, everyone. So we'll be talking about a lot of different things on how to get through this marketplace the way that it is today, making home buying affordable and making selling affordable as well. So we don't just have to get beat up as a seller, worrying about lowering price. And I think that's built into the conversation in real estate, which I've never subscribed to, which is, let's list your home, and if it doesn't sell in a month or 3 weeks, we don't get any bites, let's lower price. I think that the buyers today are discerning. I think they're pretty sharp, and I think that if you compete against yourself as a seller, then you're sending a signal out to the discerning consumer buyer that you'll do it again. If you'll do it once without any provocation, you'll do it again. So I strongly recommend against it. And there's other ways you can, again, turn this thing around and make your home more affordable than anybody else if you're doing it. And you can make buying more affordable for your home. So it's a great way to do it. And you don't lose any more money than you would have if you'd lowered price and you had to. So do that. So again, buyer benefits bundle, you can implement that on your listings as well, sellers. If you're out there, talk to your agent about putting the buyer benefits bundle into your listing agreement, or should say your listing, so that you can offer that to would-be buyers that are going to look at that. They'll see that money is manifest and doing something more powerful for them in terms of making the house more affordable than just lowering the price. Okay, so take a look at us. We're going to be here every Wednesday. We're going to be coming back. We're going to be talking next week about all lenders are not the same. Or I should say, a better way to put it is, all lenders are the same until they're not. So we're going to talk about why that is. All lenders are the same until they're not. And that means that we have to step outside the box in lending. We have to provide benefits, not just features, but we have to provide benefits to the buyer that no one else can do or is thinking about doing. It's just not the same anymore. So you can reach me. You can check me out on these channels. You can reach out to me. You can DM me. You can text me. You can call me, whatever you want to do. If you have any questions about these things, if you're an agent, you want to implement this on your listing, you can give me a call. If you're a buyer and you want to understand it a little more in-depthly, we can do that, meet in my office, or I can do it over a Zoom meeting and show you how this all goes together. And we'll go from there. So next week, we'll be talking about that. Mortgage Madness with Mike Hobbs. There it is right there. We'll have some information on the screen. I don't know. Keegan, are we going to put anything else up there on contact stuff, or are they just they're going to find me through the platform? Keegan has no voice. She's mute. She can't talk or speak or any of those other things. But she's behind. There she is. She's behind the scenes doing stuff, and it's manifest right there. MikeHobbs@LoanDepot.com. And my website is Mike Hobbs, the numeral 1. So MikeHobbs1.com. You can find me there as well, and reach me there through my phone numbers and texting stuff. So anyway, thanks for tuning in to the first show, Mortgage Madness with Mike Hobbs. We're talking about more creative ways to get better financing and buy a home today. It's a great time to do it. Even with the rates going up, it's really a great time to get involved because prices are leveling. Their prices are coming down. Their prices are normalizing. So it's all a good thing. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Mike Hobbs, Mortgage Madness. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.